in case of our next exercise, which also considers array functions, we have ended up with some kind of 10,000 financial numbers, and we want to make sense of it. And first of all, let's see how we can move in such a big table. So first of all, we can move with arrow keys. Then if we hold shift and move with arrow keys, it's going to be selecting this block along the way. And lastly, if we go with control, we can move really quickly to other end of the worksheet. Let's see, here we go right down to the millionth row, left, up, and to the 10,000th row, and now to the first row again. So if we have a block which is 10,000 long, we can just go control arrow, and we're on a 10,000 all in one step. Okay, now the first thing we want to do is we want to draw a graph of those numbers. Let's say, let's go with control arrow, let's go to the end. Now we want to go to the beginning, but select everything on the way. So we click control shift arrow. Okay, here we go. And now let's create a graph. This graph should be line graph, since it only contains numbers going up and down. So we do insert and line graph, and the first type is OK, which lets the lines cross theoretically. We make a habit out of using these. And here we see really a bunch of numbers going to the e to the power 1 times 10 to the power 10. So 10 with 10 zeros here, really big numbers. So tens of billions. And we have some numbers which are really smaller. So really we can't make any definitive statements about this data. But now let's use another tool. Let's see what is, let's at first bring the bigger numbers to the front and leave the smaller numbers to the end. So in order to do that, we click on A1 and we click on Data ZA. This is called sorting. We will see this more later on, but here it suffices to say that it just simply brings the bigger numbers in front. Here it is, 10 billion, almost, and so forth. And what we see here actually is that there is only a small proportion of bigger numbers. So already 90% of numbers are actually less than 1 billion. And it seems that really 80% of the numbers are less than perhaps even a billion. So sorting gave us some information. It showed us that there is a small number of bigger financial results. Okay, now let's shuffle it back, and this is also something new. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the beginning with control arrows again, and on the side we write equals rand parenthesis begin parenthesis end. Here it is, the random numbers. Remember, it gives us numbers between 0 and 0,999. Now we're going to copy this, so copying goes like this. Control C for copy. Now we use control arrow to go to the end. We take this final place which we want to copy this formula to, and now control shift up, so that we have selected everything from 10,000th row upwards, and now we've selected one too many, so shift down and paste, which is control V. Control C was copy. And here it is, we've copied all the random numbers. Actually, every time we do anything here, all the random numbers get calculated again and again. And now the reason we did this was we want to again shuffle all these numbers so that they're mixed again. Let's do it like this. We go to this random number, and now we will let's actually take the formulas out as well. So we are going to be selecting all those random numbers, right click and copy, or Control C, and now right click and paste special, which lets us select something called values. And if we ever do paste special values, it means that it does away with all those formulas and only leaves the numbers themselves in the cells. And here they are, only the numbers. Otherwise, all those random numbers would have changed at every step, and this is what we didn't want. And now, let's sort these random numbers into, let's say this time, increasing order. Data, AZ, we are on B1 cell, because this is the first cell, and we do data, AZ. And here it is. The smallest number is in the front, and now think of it. Random numbers were between 0 and 1. Now, the small random numbers, like 0,0005, were scattered all over these 10,000 numbers. Now, we made these random numbers appear on the side of the financial data, and now we sorted the smaller numbers to the top. Essentially, we shuffled around this data again. Well, this is a very useful technique, and it can be, for instance, used when you have clients and you wanna question clients and give some rewards for that process, and you wanna really randomly select your clients. Then your clients might be organized by cities, and you put random numbers on the side, and you sort the random numbers, the smaller or the bigger ones, to the front, and this selects randomly from every city. Okay, so we have shuffled it. Here we didn't need to shuffle, but it's better to have this natural picture of the data here. Okay, and now we need to do another thing.